We are eMAM. We're a New York-based company. We've been in existence for about 17 years now, and with offices worldwide. So we are a media asset management system. What does that mean today? I mean, it's different meanings to anybody, you know, with different types of media and so on. What we do is we manage all types of media. So it could be RED files, 4K files, 8K, 10K, whatever K files, you know, you've got these days. And all types of other types of media, so graphics, animations, DPX files, doesn't really matter for us. So what we are all about is bringing that together to allow people to actually find the content, use the content, edit the content, and distribute, and of course archive the content. So this slide really kind of tells you what we do. So acquisition-wise, we'll talk about live and file-based transcoding API as well. We organize the content. At this point, this is where we kind of set the permission levels. So who gets to see what they get assigned to, who gets to have access to the media, what they can do with the media, what metadata they can see with the media, and so on, and then move on from there. So you can assign groups and various things and what they can do with the media. Creative side, on the Adobe side, with Final Cut, as well as DaVinci Resolve, we have panels and extensions to look into that. So editors typically are looking into the eMAM through a panel and accessing the content. Avid is a bit different, where we have to actually share that content through a third-party system. So it's pretty typical. They don't have a panel as yet. Somebody keeps telling me they're working on it, but I've been waiting for 20 years. So we're waiting on that to see how that goes. Collaboration-wise, so being able to share the content with internal, external folks, setting different permission levels and what they can see and again do with that media, deliver the content. eMAM's typically will use like a third-party transcoder. So those could be from a TEM to Drastic to Capella to all these types. MOG systems is one we're working on today if you're familiar with MOG systems. Drastic Technologies up in Canada as well. So typically we'll use that to create the MES and the proxies for editors to use and then preview and so on and share the media. And then of course archive, SpectraLogic, and then being able to share all the content but put it off onto archive systems. We also store to spinning disk, so our folks at Dell and friends at Dell with their storage, we obviously share it there. Wasabi, I know the guys from Wasabi are here in the building, there they are. Also, and then on storage-wise as well, we use LucidLink an awful lot. So a lot of our customers will look at LucidLink as more of a shared media to be able to share or deliver from the eMAM system, find the content, deliver to the production. Shared storage through LucidLink, and then of course the folks mounting to that. So kind of looking at all the different steps here. Jim was talking about like live streams and so on. So within our eMAM system, we actually have the ability to watch a live stream, log that live stream, edit that live stream while it's coming in. We'll create a growing file from that. Typically, most will just have non-technical editors being able to go in and cut the content, find what's needed, put together packages. We can actually do rough cut edits and hard cuts and so on within the eMAM system and then deliver those. But we have several different clients, so sports, TV production, studio production recordings, even government. One of our largest customers is OLA up in Canada. They actually have about 16 channels they record. Store the content, but they actually log the content, and then each of the 16 parties up in Canada, so or something like that, each of the representatives from each of the parties are actually able to look into the eMAM system and then cut each of the politicians and take them out of context and put their own little hard cuts together and so on. So it's quite interesting on that. We've also got situations where we have people who are remote. So they have a shoot in Australia, but then the content needs to get up to the cloud or get up to a facility here in LA, New York, wherever it's going to be edited. So we do have applications that help that process. We also use accelerated programs as well. if you haven't quite figured it out, if you look at our website, you'll see that we have 90 plus integrations with a lot of different companies. So we're not the end-to-end solution, but we can piece it all together to become that end-to-end solution. We do a lot of integration also with third-party type products to bring in other metadata. One was using scoreboard information for sports and then bringing that in and logging the media in an easy way. So through the XML, being able to then pick up that metadata, we map it with our metadata structure that's inside, which is all customized by you. So you can kind of decide what that custom metadata looks like. So through APIs and so on, a lot of folks also will use APIs to actually access media, traffic systems, automation, being able to pull from our system and then be able to pull out the elements that they need and obviously put into the rundown and then ship off. We also have a lot of integration with news systems as well. So we manage, one of our largest ones is in Bangkok. I was just there this year or last year. And they have, obviously, it looks like a Dell house, but it's all Dell, and then storage, and then eMAM running the complete news system with their news automation and so on. So they're doing rundowns and stories and so on. But all the production is all done through the eMAM system as well. And then that cloud upload, those of us that can afford it to upload our full content or just proxies. Most do today, most of our clients are just doing MES copies up. And then, or just simple proxies for sharing and so on, which, by the way, you can actually share your own or create your own quality of proxy and MES copy. So through our system and through transcoders, we do that as well. So again, they can upload to the cloud and push off to the cloud as well. So on the system, we do support, again, all the organizational structure. Most of our clients come in with a camera card or with full structure of a show. So all the elements, box art, down to caption files and various things in a folder structure, they upload it into the eMAM system, and then we build out then that category structure for you to then and assign then all that media to art, to the editors and so on. And then they're able to access only certain parts of that through the category structure and permission levels, and then start doing their production and working on episodics and various things as well. So. And then on the production side, we do support the DaVinci and the Adobe Suite as far as like the production files and so on. We typically are a repository and an archive, so like with SpectraLogic and Black Pearl and things like that. So we actually store like all the project files and all the media for our clients and so on. So at any one point in time, they could just call back a show. And then be able to edit that show exactly how it was the moment they left it and put it off into archive. So what's key also, we'll talk about archive, is you can pretty much put it anywhere and store it anywhere. We're really, really flexible on where things are stored and how they're stored. So on the creative side, most of the Adobe Suite and then DaVinci and then Final Cut 10, if you're using that, you have a panel. So they're using the panel to go in and do their full search, find the content. They can either localize the content. What I have is actually a Lucid Link storage account. So when I download it, I actually put it in Lucid Link. And then I can start editing it. And then others, if they want to work on that same project, they can start cutting as well and have it fully mounted to their system as well through the Lucid Link client software. So it's quite easy to do that and manage all the content and production files there as well. So collaboration, most of our clients will share either internally. They will also share externally. Depending on what levels of permission you give a client, they can actually go in and annotate, draw on the screen, if you want to give them that capability. So, and then time code-based comments, various things. Similar to a Frame.io, not as advanced as a Frame.io, but we're able to then set permissions, do overlays and various things on the content. So if somebody's just previewing the content, we can control that and manage that as well. But quite easy to share then production and so on. And then on the delivery side, with a transcoder, we can pretty much put together any type of package for any type of platform. So we have one of our largest customers in India. They actually do about 300 shows a week through our system, through a TIM and eMAM. transcoding, we actually then do full packaging for them. So they'll go in and say, this is for this geo location. They'll go in and actually put caption files they need, what tracks they need, and then we basically can give and pass on any artwork or anything that goes along with that, along with any customized metadata that goes with it for automation as well for playout. And we also do on this delivery is segmentation as well. So if you have a situation in an episodic and you're just creating the segments, you can actually define that within the eMAM's system. Just hit a button for delivery, and you know which package you're delivering. It'll go right to automation, deliver that package, deliver the media, deliver the sidecar metadata, and away you go. So we have one of our larger customers, Yes TV up in Canada. They actually run their studio recordings, full production, and then delivery system to automation all through the eMAM's system there as well. And then lastly, on the archive side, this kind of covers the gamut. So SpectraLogic, like our friends there, being able to hook up to their LTO library system. We manage then the movement of that data through notifications to, say, Black Pearl. And so we actually go in and we say, hey, here's a whole group of files. You could either do it automated. So if nobody touches any media for 30 days, go ahead and just drop it into archive. And then we actually then communicate with them. They then take all that media, that project files and so on, and then put it off onto the archive system. It's still available. Metadata is still there. So just kind of give you an idea. Any of the metadata searching and so on, you can pretty much find the media. We also do spinning disks. So we have actually packages with Dell that we have for certain packages that they have for storage, and then they're able to then archive directly right to spinning disk and call back. So we have different types of packages on the Dell storage and so on that give either high production storage or on the archive as well. And then we also manage all cloud leveled storage as well. So if you're looking at Glacier and Azure and Blob and all that kind of stuff, they have multiple tiered layers. We can control and manage what layer you'd like to move that media to as well. And then again, of course, you can archive that and bring that back. Now, one unique thing about this system is you can manage multiple facilities as well. So we could have a facility here, we could have a facility in Santa Monica, or down in San Diego, or in Singapore. Through our system, we're able to actually manage all those facilities and all the media that's there and make that available to those who have permission to see it. So the idea is that no matter where it is, we had Christian Broadcasting Network, they have 5 locations. And so one of them is actually in Jerusalem, and then they actually can then see, everybody can see the animations or the shows and so on that they have, and then be able to call that back at any one point in time and deliver it somewhere. So again, they have visibility of where things are also in the archive system as well. So what I wanted to show you, I know we don't have a lot of time here, so I wanted to actually go ahead and show you that. Jim was speaking about AI as well. So I'm hoping that shows up there. So on the AI side, we work with a number of the AI systems that are out there where we provide them a link to the media or a proxy. It just depends on the AI system. We work with a number of them and continue to get, at each show, I think 8 or 10 show up every year with some new model of AI for some type of, an AI system that came last time was somebody types in, give me a certain subject and go find all my media inside the eMAM's system and then put together a sequence. And so those are the type of things that are kind of coming along in the AI service. But most of our customers actually then, they utilize then the speech to text and then are able to go ahead and either extract out the captions that are built into the signal that's coming in, through baseband or through a stream. We can actually extract those out, put those in as a searchable item, be able to then go in and find exactly where somebody said something about somebody, and then be able to pull that off, and then go ahead and you can create a sequence and various things with that. So, But again, I think to wrap it up with the eMAM's system, again, we can manage all types of media. We can manage multiple facilities, multiple archive locations as well. Utilizing the remote, I think we were talking about remote edits and so on. Lucid Link is really key for us on that, where we can actually share that media and place or deliver to Lucid Link and share content through them with remote editors. Teradici and some of the others that are out there and the other technologies that provide that. If the bandwidth is there that Jim was talking about too, you can also work on workstations that are back in LA or back in New York, wherever it might be as well, connecting through remote connections as well. But we allow then that full access to that media, those production files, and we all manage it all through the eMAM system. So, and with that, I think I'll stop and see if there's any questions. All good? Got it out? Okay. All right, appreciate it.